Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today lecture is about Oracle database and Oracle instance. In this video, we are going to understand the two most fundamental concepts of Oracle databases, which are Oracle database and Oracle instance. These two terms are often used interchangeably, especially by beginners. But technically they are completely different things. By the end of this particular lecture, you should be able to clearly answer three questions: what is an Oracle database, what is an Oracle instance, and most importantly, what is the difference between them. Let's start with the very basics. Before going into the technical details, let's understand what we are going to cover. First, we understand what an Oracle database actually is. Then we will understand what an Oracle instance is. And after that, we will compare these two, database versus instance. We will also see how the instance interact with the database. Finally, we will be briefly looking into what happens when Oracle starts and stops. And also at the end we will use a very simple real world example to make the concept easy and to remember. Um, let's start with the databases. What is a database? In simple terms, a database is a place where information is stored and organized. For example, imagine a banking system. Uh, it, it may contain customer information, account information, transactions, balances, payments, and many other types of data. In Oracle, this information ultimately needs to be stored somewhere physically. So at the very basic, Oracle database means the collection of physical files and that is stored on that store the database information. These files exist on the storage like hard drive or ASM storage disk, etc. And this is an important point. The database files are persistent. That means even if Oracle is stopped, the file remains on the disk. Now look at some of the important physical files. The first and most important are data files. Data files store the actual database information. For example, tables and indexes ultimately occupy space inside data files. Then we have control files. Control files contain information about the physical structure and state of the database. Then we have online redo log files. These record changes made to the database and are extremely important for database recovery. There are also other files such as temporary files and password files. We will discuss all of these individually in future lecture. For now, remember one simple statement. Database equal to physical files stored on a storage. What is an Oracle instance? An Oracle instance is completely different from Oracle database, from the database. The two parts, database and instance, it's totally different from the database part. An instance is a combination of memory structure and background processes that Oracle uses to operate the database. The instance exists in the server memory while Oracle is running. It receives requests from the users and application. It manages memory. It performs database operations. It reads and writes back to the database, and it coordinates many internal Oracle activities. So remember this simple definition. Oracle instance is equal to memory plus background processes. Now we can clearly separate the two concepts. The Oracle database consists of physical files. These files are stored on disk or storage. The database is persistent. On the other hand, the Oracle instance consists primarily of memory structure and background processes. The instance is a runtime environment. It exists while Oracle is running. So we can remember it like this: database is equal to files and instance is equal to memory plus processes. The one distinction will make many Oracle concepts much easier to understand. Let us simply analyze this. Imagine a library. The library contains thousands of books and records. Those books represents our Oracle database. They are actual information being stored. Now imagine the librarian, computer, desk, chairs, and workers inside the library. They help people find and manage those books. That represent the Oracle instance. The books can remain in the library even when the workers go home. Similarly, Oracle database files remain on storage even when the Oracle instance is stopped. When the Oracle start again, the instance is created in memory and start managing those database files. So books are compared to database, and worker and working environment is compared with instance. How they work together. Now let's see how the two work together. Suppose an application sent a request to the database. That request is first landed in the instance. That SQL query is first landed in the instance portion of the Oracle database. The request reaches Oracle instance. The instance processes that request. It uses its memory structure and background processes to perform the required task or works. If information need to be read it, Oracle may read it from the database files. The instance requests the database files and load it into inside the memory, read it. If the information need to be changed, Oracle perform the required operation and eventually write these necessary information back to the database files which are physically located on the storage or disk. Then the result is returned to the application. So the simplified flow is like user or application send request to the instance interacts with the Oracle database files, and then the result come back to the Oracle instance, and the Oracle instance send back that result to the user or the application. This is the basic relationship between an instance and Oracle database. What happened when the Oracle starts? Now let's understand something very important. What happened when Oracle starts? Oracle startup has three major stages: no mount, mount, and open. During no mount, Oracle start the instance, memory structure are created, and Oracle background processes are started. At this point, the instance exists, but Oracle has not yet opened the database. Next come the mount stage. During the mount stage, Oracle accesses the control files and identify the database. And finally comes the open stage. Oracle open the database files and make the database available for normal operation. So remember, in the no mount stage, instance starts only. In the mount stage, control file are accessed, and in the open stage, database become available for regular online transactions. We will study these startup stages in much greater detail later in upcoming sessions. What happened when Oracle stopped? And now we study the reverse terminology. So this is like the opposite situation of the Oracle database startup. What happened when the Oracle shut down? The Oracle instance stops. Its memory structures are released. Background processes are stopped. But the database disappears? No. The database which resides inside the data file, the physical structure still exists on the disk. This is one of the easiest way to understand the difference. When Oracle is stopped, the instance disappears from the memory, but the database remains on the storage. When Oracle will start again, a new instance is created, and that is linked again with the previous existing database, which is stored on the disk. So the instance is temporary and the database is persistent. And the Oracle database consists of physical files. It exists on disk storage, and it is persistent. It contains the actual stored database information. While on the other end, Oracle instance consists of memory structure and background processes. It operates in server memory and CPU. It is a runtime environment. It manages access to the database. Therefore, database is what is stored, and instance what operate and manage it. This is probably the most important concept of this entire lecture. Now we will understand the going out of the box, like for the initial beginners, absolute beginners in basic single instance Oracle environment. We normally have one uh, database and one instance accessing that database. For example, imagine we have a database called ProdDB and an instance named called prod1. The prod1 instance starts and open the ProdDB database. The prod1 instance, like we studied earlier slides, the prod1 instance is loaded in the memory of the physical server. And the ProdDB is referred to the physical file, data files, control files, online redo files, online redo log files stored on the disk. The application connects to the instance, prod1 instance. The instance manages access to the database, and this is the basics architecture you will see in the standard Oracle installation. But there is one important exception in the case of Oracle RAC, where we have more than one instances. So Oracle Real Application Cluster or RAC changes the simple one-to-one picture. In RAC, multiple Oracle instances can access the same database. For example, we can have one database called ProdDB, physical database structure, physical data files, control files, and online redo log files placed on the disk. But we can have two instances. We can have two more servers. And like we have prod1 instance and prod2, and we can have more than two instances as well. We can have prod3. Both these two are all the three instances can work with the same database. This is possible because RAC uses shared storage and special cluster mechanism. So in RAC, one database can have multiple instances. This is one of the reasons why understanding the difference between database and instance is so important for an Oracle DBA. Let's put together everything on this single slide. A bigger picture: a user or application send a request to the and that request reaches the Oracle instance. The instance contains memory structure and background processes. The instance performs the required processing. It interacts with the physical Oracle database files, and then the result is returned to the Oracle user or the application. So our simplified architecture is like application, and that goes to Oracle instance, which goes to the Oracle database, and which is accessed from the storage. Let's summarize everything what we have studied, explained in these slides. Oracle database is the collection of physical files that's permanently stored database information. Oracle instance is the combination of memory structure, background processes used to operate the database. The instance is created when Oracle starts. The instance disappears when Oracle shut down. The database files remain on storage even when the instance is stopped. And finally, in Oracle RAC, multiple instances can access the same database. If you understand these concepts, you already have the foundation required to understand the Oracle database architecture. In the upcoming lecture, I will try to go a little deeper into these concepts. We will break down the Oracle architecture into individual components. We will study SGA, PGA, Oracle background processes, data files, what are control files, what are online redo log files, what is the logical structures like table spaces, and we will see exactly what happened inside Oracle when a user execute a SQL statement. Thank you for watching.